All right, so let's check this out. Market opened to new highs, but with lower momentum. So on the overnight, since last night, I wasn't able to get picked up on the 250. Instead, the 325 would have worked, but I rarely do the front running thing. Although, I mean, you could have made the argument for it here. Um, I was hoping it would bounce back. This is just the luck of the draw. Pick and choose, pick your poison. This will probably get stopped out more, but in this case, it's the only one that works. So I don't know what the percentages worked out because I haven't done that thorough of back testing. But yeah, I mean, this was it would have been nice to have caught this because it would have completed the quarter, a nice 250 big quarter from the 325 to the 575. But as it was going up, though, and made slightly new highs, momentum was dying off. This is on the 1 hour, where the momentum is, I mean, this is spanning like half a day's worth of momentum. So I put more credence to the 1 hour momentum divergence than 30 minutes or 15. So the lower the time frame, the less reliable it is. So I'm pretty confident in taking a short. So when I saw this late last night, I set up a short to take the 575 um, and hopefully this to complete a quarter the other direction down to the 325. Right now, it's working. It's chopping around. It's working. It's got to find an imbalance before it'll shoot down, and I think that the momentum is in my favor. So I'm okay with it chopping around for a little bit. I am glad that this worked before because this showed that there's at least some imbalance at the 325 to push it back up. So that means that this is a good place for me to take a profit. I probably wouldn't in this case try to squeeze out 5,000 or 500 out of it and push it all the way back down to 32,000. What if it does go to 325? Would I take this zone again? I'm not sure. I'm going to actually put an alert there um, to indicate that, okay, the fact that this alert gets triggered means that I took profit, but long entry. I got to find some evidence for a long entry. I don't want to just take the quarters blindly when I don't have that much profit to work with. I can't afford to be that aggressive right now. The times, like the fundamentally speaking, the times right now with banks failing, with recession concerns, but the market still has a lot of pent up cash on the side and wants to push it back up. So there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a huge battle of tug of war right now. It's not fundamentally the time to be aggressive, in my opinion, and learn speaking from experience and having learned that the hard way. So right now, I'm just going to look for a simple 250 standard bread and butter move on the Dow. Taking a look at some of the others, I mean, the Nasdaq. We're not seeing quite as much of a momentum dying off. So that's slightly concerning. Let's look at what is see the Nasdaq is doing its own thing, being the strongest. Let me just set this up from the beginning. Not that it would matter that much. See the Nasdaq is going down. The Nasdaq is going up. The Russell is going down. This is what happens a lot these days, more than usual in the past maybe year and a half or so with all this uncertainty. Indices, like, they don't always play nice together like they used to during the epic bull market from a decade ago till a couple of years ago. This is so it's because of that. It's not like I said, not a good time to be hyper aggressive and front run stuff and um, go for big wins and everything like that. I think just small standard size wins back to back is finding an excuse to engage back to back is better for me anyway, than just going for a big long win. Although I know traders that can do that consistently. They're just good at it. I'm not yet. So this is Nasdaq doing its own thing. The other three brothers doing slightly going down. So what I would want to see on the Nasdaq to reinforce my confidence is on a higher time frame. Will it run into weakness and kind of just push everything back down? Because that's what would work for me. And as of right now, I don't know. I mean, it is hitting resistance in this area. So hopefully that's enough to stall out momentum for Nasdaq and the tech sector and all that good stuff. We'll see where the Russell is at. Is Russell in danger? Because the Russell, I believe, was the weakest, right? Okay, so where's the Russell headed towards? Is it running towards any kind of major support that's going to push the price back up? Not really. I still have room all the way down to like the 750 here, 1750, which is kind of major, but the real bottom of the range would be down here. So there's a little bit of room on the Russell. So I think there is enough runway, just holistically speaking, for this trade to pan out. Obviously, once this hits the midpoint, which what would that be? What would be 125? 450. So once it hits the midpoint, which is right there, I'm going to move the stop to break even. That's just the general rule of thumb. Sometimes I miss it, but that's why I've been starting to move the stop to break even. Okay, very, very simple. And I'm done for the day. I still have the set from the 250, which if this breaks, I want to try to. This will act like a backup order. Like the 325 is where the first opportunity lies, and then the 250 is the backup. The 175 isn't really something that I would want to try because it's already broken down into it. And if I see it hit 175, the path, everything goes to path of least resistance usually, unless there's an outside force that acts on it, right? And if in that case, if it hits 175, it's just an easy path down to the 2000, right? So I don't want to engage that. So in this case, the front trade, the first opportunity is 325, the backup is 250. Things shifted up a little bit because of the massive momentum that has gone up. This short is technically counter trend, so I'm only going to look for the 250. I'm not going to try and continue the trend unless I see something else, right? Again, unless there's an outside force that acts on it and changes my mind.